Well, guys, it's Tuesday, right? I think like this is the first one of the new year. Yeah. So, Happy New Year. And you can see we got the Tundra here, which means we're trying to finish up a couple things from last year. We don't want to make a full video, so I figured to just sneak it on in there with a Tuesday morning tech tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. All right, guys, I want to start off by just mentioning that the kid absolutely killed last week's tech tip, right? I didn't even know he was doing it. He just said, hey, don't worry about it. It's done, and nailed it. I've been told by everybody, and I've been told by one person in particular that I should probably take some tips from the kid. So we're going to try and do that. And real quick, tell you, here's the 2019 Tundra. You've seen it on the channel. Usually hauling around some kind of crap, but recently we did some work on it, put some wheels and tires on it, put a 3-1 leveling kit, changed out the tonneau cover, put some LEDs in it, just made it like a better daily driver, which I'm absolutely loving driving this thing around. There's a few setbacks when you lift something and put bigger tires. You got a little less room in the wheel well there. Yeah. So there's things you can do to get yourself a little bit more clearance. And that's what we're going to do first because, honestly, the rubbing's driving me crazy. Let's first direct our attention to the front here, right? You can clearly see right there where it's rubbing, right? Not terrible, you ain't tearing nothing up, but it makes a noise and it drives me nuts. Some people will rip, totally screws out, rip this out of there, call that good. I don't want to do that. Guys, this is like the first new thing I ever bought myself. So I'm trying to not hack it up. And then you get all sorts of crap. You see how dirty that this apron here is, or whatever you want to call this. That'll just throw stuff all over you. You got wires and everything. Don't want to do it. And then the same thing out back. You can see it's rubbing like right there, and a little bit. Trying to get the shadow out. It's right in there. So yeah, I can take this off, but I do. That opens up that area, and because I tried that already, and then everything throws everything in here, and eventually this is going to rot out. We've all seen it happen on older trucks. We've engineered these things, right? So this is all there. So why ruin it? I got somewhat of an idea for that. They make something for this. So obviously right here, right? All stock. It's real lined up nice there. We're going to ruin that by installing this kit right here. It's real simple, guys. 4 shims come in here. They are 1/4 inch each. So then you put 2 and 2. That equals a half. That's just how math works. Place called Coach Builder. And yeah, that's it. So we're going to head and do that first. All right, so clearly we're in front of the truck. And I'll show you where these mounts are at. Right down here. So you got 1 bolt right there. And you got 3 bolts right there on the other side. So you basically, those are studs actually. Pull those nuts off and put the shims in. It should be pretty simple. I watched a video on it, so I'm pretty much an expert. All right, guys, we're over here on the driver's side. This is the side I did first, and I wanted to show you how we did it. So we got the shims in there. You see the 3 nuts are off on the right side, and I just got a couple threads on the left on that one there, which is exactly how I did on the other side. Let me show you. So obviously we haven't put the passenger side in yet. They're right here. I just wanted to pause for a second to say these guys right here know what they're doing. Perfectly manufactured. I mean, guys, the dimensions are dead on. Every hole lined up perfect. I mean, just they ain't sponsoring me, nothing like that. I paid full price, which was only $97. Way worth it, and I just wanted to say that because this is you can see the quality on it. But guys, when you go to put it in, it's just if it didn't fit perfect, it'd be a nightmare. So like I was saying though, we don't have. Can I get in there to show you? There it is. All right, so yeah, they're not in there yet, right? But if you see the nut on that side, I just left a couple threads on it. so I could, have some play to pull this out. So this, it gave plenty of room for this side to come out, and allowed me to get that just far enough out to sneak those new ones in there, those shims. So definitely, you're gonna want to loosen this one like just how I have it right there. I haven't touched it since then, and it gave plenty of room, along with you got 3 bolts that hold this bumper cover on the front there. I pulled those off. 2 over here on this side, and then of course the matching 2 on that side over there. These center ones here, 10 millimeters, same as that. Those 2 over there, 10 millimeter, and then the 2 right there, 10 millimeter. All these nuts on the studs here are 14 millimeter. So it's a little tricky to kind of see, to get up in there. You're gonna scratch your wrist up a little bit, but it beats taking everything apart. And really, most of the work I've done with this was this guy here, little reacher ratchet. I used that for these ones that go here, and then I used that for this one right here, if that helps. Well, we got everything back together, tightened back up. Figure I'll show you what it looks like in there. And there you go, guys. Obviously not quite as much sticking out on the studs there, which is fine. It was kind of nice because you can actually fit your hand up in here to put it all back together. Because there's a 1/2 inch more room. 1/2 inch counts sometimes, guys. Promise you. But yeah, we put all these back on, all these bolts, and I lied to you. I hate doing that. But there was, so this side is not, see that? Where is that? This guy right here, that bolt is missing. Probably was broken off in there. Probably happened when the cement truck hit this side of the truck. So there's a 12 millimeter on that side that I had to take off as well. So a 10, a 12, and a 14. You go ahead and knock this out. So if you're wondering what it looks like from the side here, now if I didn't tell you, would you even know? I mean, come on, be honest, right? And there is a lot more room there. I mean, a 1/2 inch, right? That should take care of that problem. They say you can run up to 37s just by doing that little kit right there. I don't know if that's true. I don't plan on putting 37s on it. Hopefully these clear. We'll find out as we drive it. All right, guys, we got that done. Took us about, 1/2 hour, 45 minutes, something like that. We didn't really time it. But since we got that done and we got something else that came in the mail, we're going to go ahead and slap some more LED lighting in this thing. We love the front so much between the LED lights and then those yellow fog lights. We're going to swap out our backup lights and our license plate light just because we're tired of the yellow tint. And with any luck, so I bought like the universal one because that's what goes in the license plate light. I can also change out that one right there. That'll actually help when I'm messing around back here. So we'll get that done. I'll show you guys as we do that and see how it looks. Well, guys, I think you can tell which lights didn't work. Right? It's pretty obvious the LED compared to the non-LED. Had the kid throw a little picture up in the corner of what it looked like before. They didn't look dim, but now it's like, maybe they were. And we'll sit down and talk about what just happened to go wrong here. Well, guys, another Tuesday morning tech tip and another little chunk taken out of the to-do list on the old Tundra here, which is working out pretty good, I gotta be honest, right? So we're just chipping away at it, and I'm digging the results, right? The lights, right? So the LED lights did not work, the backup lights didn't work. Well, they worked, but I had to put it into the socket and twist it and hold it there. And the second I let go, it's just, but it's not a twist type. It's supposed to just be right? So clearly something's wrong. It's the same company that I used for the headlights and the fog lights and then the license plate lights and the cargo lights. So 4 out of 5 ain't bad, but I'd really like to be batting 1,000. I emailed them. We'll wait for them to hit me back, see maybe they sent the wrong one. Maybe I got a defective bulb. We'll see. I don't want to, badmouth nobody, anything like that until we see how they handle it. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Until then, I just stuck the regular ones back in. Not a huge deal. I do want them all to match. I like the bright white thing. Not inside the vehicle. People are doing that, and that's a little harsh on the eyes, I think. I like the little mood lighting inside, right? But yeah, to each their own. The LEDs, I dig the headlights. There was when I got this thing, up until I put them in, actually, in the rain especially, the headlights were awful. And I was actually talking to my friend Amy, her husband Jeff, also a friend of mine. He has a Tundra with the same headlights and had the same problem, so he's probably doing the same thing. It's a lot of the same. Anyways, I'm digging it. It works way better. I can see what's going on. Rain, snow, sleet, sun. Well, not in the sun. Sun, yeah, already. You get it. So yeah, that's as long as you're not putting the blue lights in, because I fell victim to that about 15 years ago. Those things are terrible. And luckily I've, grown out of that phase. The LED seems to be good. Hopefully I'm not blinding everybody. If I am, that's unfortunate. Right? No, they're dipped down. Yeah. Be respectful to everybody else on the road, As far as the bumper relocation kit, pretty straightforward. Solid made in America stuff. They even sent me a sticker, which I'm not going to put on the truck, but, there you go. So, if you need that kind of stuff, I got his card right there. You can, pause the video and write that down or whatever. It will all fit. Like I said, it was very precision. Can't complain about it at all. Real straightforward, simple install. Good thinking, guys, putting 2 1/4-inch shims, because there was no way I was going to sneak a half-inch one in there. So that's using the old noodle there. I know it does work. First off, I can see it, right? But I mentioned before, my buddy Jason has a Tundra with actually the same wheel and tire, wheel and tire sizes. And all that seems to be working for him. He's had a truck like that about 4 years now, maybe even 5. So he's the one that mentioned it, and I looked into it, and yeah, so it works. It works for his truck. I was gonna do some of where you heat up with the heat gun and kind of just push the plastic out a little bit. In a couple of places, I don't want to do that because I don't want to just throw everything at it at once and see what works. I want to do little by little. So if it gets better here, cool, and I'll let you guys know, and then we'll go on or whatever. We actually talked, me and Jason were talking, and he's like, man, I can't believe that you're going to buy these things. Rather, you can make them, get some 1/4-inch steel, and you know what? 5 or 10 years ago, I definitely would have done that because it would have changed, saved me $100. And I said earlier, only $97 or something like that, and that sounds douchey. I don't mean it that way. What I mean of it is, I probably would have spent $30 on metal, maybe more, and then time and everything else. And guys, there's no way that me working in the shop here, you guys have seen my work, right? I'm not going to get it as precision cut as that. Now, would you ever see it? No. Would I have to wrestle it on? Yes. So my advice, spend the $100 and don't aggravate yourself. I mean, your time is worth something. I mean, mine's not, but I'm sure yours is. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Hopefully if you're working on stuff like this, quick note, when it comes to wheels and tires and stuff, people always think more lift to give you more room. And that's not the case, guys. If you do keep going higher, first, your vehicle can get unsafe, unstable and whatnot. But it also looks kind of weird. You end up riding on top of the tires, and that just doesn't look good. You kind of want to fill the wheel well while having plenty of clearance, and moving the bumper forward, and maybe a different mud flap or that kind of stuff is a way to do that before you just start going up or hacking away at stuff because, guys, that never works out well. I mean, I got it if you're on some trail rig and you just don't care, but if it's your daily, try and keep it a little classy. Thanks for watching, guys.